these might have the best value for your dollar from Way of Wade. Yo guys, Zacharagi here for another episode of Toilet Reviews, where we'll be going over the Way of Wade Shadow 6 in the Reincarnation colorway. So these guys are beautiful right here. Now before we get into things, you guys know the drill. I need you guys to like and comment on this video. You guys know why. I need this engagement. That way the algorithm sees this video, picks it up and says, you know what? I'm gonna share you to all these people around the world because you deserve it. So guys, please help me fight the algorithm and like and comment on this video. I'd really appreciate it. So without further ado, let's get straight into this review. And first things first, I need to get this out of the way. So I'm sure all of you have seen the new statue that was unveiled for Dwayne Wade recently, or else it was supposed to be Dwayne Wade. Like, what is that? Like, how do you mess up that bad? It does not look like D Wade whatsoever. Even he looked at it and was like, who is that guy? Like, to me, that looks like Lawrence Fishburne, aka Morpheus from The Matrix. Like, that does not look like D Wade whatsoever. So whoever made that statue needs to be fired because that is disrespectful to D Wade. But getting into the shoes right here, this Reincarnation colorway is so clean, guys. Like, out of all the colorways that I've seen so far, this is the one that I gravitated most towards because look at it, guys. This is a beautiful shoe right here. I love the way that the white, the yellow, the blue, and the hits of gold just mesh so well together. I mean, look at this hit of gold right here on the lace jewel. So clean. And then we also have this really nice leaning logo that's stitched in a very unique way on the medial side of the shoe right here. Also pops out a lot. Like, this is such a clean shoe right there. Definitely my favorite colorway out of all the Shadow 6s out so far. Also, I do need to give a shout out to the brand for sending these over. Thank you so much. And this is going to be my complete and honest opinion, guys, in this video. I am not sponsored, so keep that in mind. Now, when it comes to the price for these are going to cost you 119 USD or about 165 Canadian after conversion. Now, that is actually a pretty damn good price considering all the tech within this shoe. I mean, you can take the tech specs of the shoe and compare it to other shoes that Way of Wade has to offer. They have the exact same tech specs, but these are priced at a lower price point, which is crazy to me. So shout out to Way of Wade for giving you the best value for your dollar when it comes to this shoe. Hopefully that translates to good performance as well. Now, this shoe does have a lot of cool little details throughout it. My favorite one would have to be the print that's on the uppers here because it's giving straight Jordan 20 vibes. I love how you can see all the previous Way of Wade models featured on the shoe here, and I feel like this is a slight nod to Jordan brand just because D Wade was signed with them at one point. But moving along, when it comes to this new design for the Shadow 6 here, I feel like it is much improved from the Shadow 5/Shadow 5 V2. It's just a cleaner looking silhouette all in all, and also I do want to point out, I really like the way this Way of Wade logo is implemented on the side right here. It's very subtle and minimalistic and definitely really looks cool in my opinion. Also, before I forget, these come with the standard Way of Wade box, so nothing fancy here. Okay, now moving along to the outsole, and what we have here is a very interesting traction pattern. I don't exactly know how to describe this or what this sort of pattern is. Maybe there's some sort of storytelling significance to it, I don't know. But to me, it kind of reminds me of the Air Jordan 9 the way it looks. Maybe that's another nod to Jordan brand, I highly doubt it though. But definitely is an interesting pattern. So you will notice on this outsole design that it does have a decoupled design right here, meaning that the front half and the bottom half of the outsole are separated. So this does feature the brand's tough RB rubber compound, meaning that it should be good for indoor and outdoor play. But my biggest concern for this outsole are all the smooth parts we have going on here. Like, there is quite a bit of it and it covers a large surface area of the outsole. So hopefully that doesn't cause any sliding and slipping on dustier courts or just any courts in general. So I'm really hoping it doesn't. But these guys do come equipped with a massive midfoot TPU shank plate. It does extend pretty far along the shoe going both ways, and it has a really interesting fork-shaped design, which I think looks pretty cool if you ask me. Now, this fork-shaped design does have functionality purpose because it's supposed to help give the shoe better energy return and propulsion in every step that you take in them. So I did notice that when I was walking around in these, I could really feel the shoe pushing me forward. So I'm really interested in seeing how this is going to translate on court. And other supportive features this shoe has would be this TPU panel seen in blue right here. It does go along the majority of the shoe, and this is supposed to help with better containment as well as providing better stability for the shoe. We also do have this very sturdy internal heel counter back here with a really cool holographic look that looks like dragon scales, I'm gonna assume. Really nice touch to the shoe, honestly, adds another layer of style and aesthetic. Now moving along to the cushion setup, and what we have here is a full-length boom foam setup, and I do want to point out that the only other shoes from Wave Weight that feature this cushion setup are the Wave Weight 11, Wave Weight 10, and the Wave Weight All City 12 and All City 12 Encore. So those shoes are the premier shoes from Wave Weight if you ask me, and the better performers from the brand, and obviously cost a lot more. So being that this shoe does cost only $119, I feel like that is an absolute steal for getting full length boom. Now, enough with that tangent right there. So the boom foam is fully exposed on the medial side right here, not as much as the All City 12 Encore, so you don't have to worry about the boom foam sort of being susceptible to wear and tear, thankfully. But as far as how it feels on foot from a trying perspective, from walking around in them a little bit, I can definitely feel the boom foam a little more in this heel portion right here, which I'm a little surprised about because it is really contained within this rubber cup midsole right here, but I can't really feel it all too much within the forefoot. I feel like it's because of the implementation of the midfoot shank plate, but it's obviously still there and it's doing its thing right there, so not too mad about that. Also, this is the insole the shoes come with right here. It's decent, honestly, nothing too crazy. I feel like this is made of some sort of polyurethane, honestly. Someone can let me know in the comment section down below what it is exactly. And it does have these perforations along the midfoot part of it as well. I feel like that's for better breathability for it so it doesn't stink up as much within the shoes, but I could be wrong. So moving along to the materials, and this shoe is fully wrapped in a smooth synthetic leather, so that's a bonus for all you vegan hoopers out there. But the leather does feel a little bit on the cheaper side of things, which I totally understand, being that this is more of a budget model for the brand, or budget friendlier model rather. So you gotta cut costs in some departments of the shoe, I get it. Now, this leather does have a lot of perforations throughout the entire shoe, which is great because typically smooth leather or just synthetic leather in general doesn't exactly have the best breathability, so adding the perforations definitely helps making the shoes a little bit more breathable. So going throughout each eyelet and then making its way to the toe box eventually, you can see this string that the laces do tug on. So I haven't seen this since the Wave Weight 8083 Ultra, and from my experience with that shoe, the string does really help in securing your foot a little bit better. So I do appreciate that sort of aspect of the lacing system, but I am concerned for the overall durability of it because over time, but the more that the laces do tug on it, it could potentially rip, and once it rips, you literally can't lace these up at all anymore. So I'm hoping that these do hold up, especially during my wear test process. And one thing I really do like about this lacing system as a whole is actually the laces themselves, because it does have this beaded design to it. And if you guys haven't tried it before, it is awesome, guys. Once you lace these up, they are not going to untie whatsoever thanks to that beaded design. It is great, guys. Your shoes just remain tight as possible throughout your playing time, and you don't have to worry about the shoes loosening up or anything like that. But enough about the laces. So when it comes to the tongue on these shoes, it is made of a mesh material. Now this mesh is fairly thin and not so padded, so I'm a little concerned when it comes to the lace pressure and how it deals with that. I don't like feeling lace pressure whatsoever, so I'm really hoping that there's enough padding where I don't feel it and notice it. But this mesh should provide some good breathability to the shoe as well. And also I do want to point out that the tongue is gusseted as well, so that should help in providing a more secure fit for the shoes. And the padding on the top of the tongue here, it's decent, honestly. It could be better. And then when it comes to the padding on the internal back portion of the shoe right here, again, it's not too bad, honestly. I can get down with this. And then when it comes to fit and sizing, I would recommend going true to size. They are a bit more on the narrow side of things, so I'd really recommend wide footers to try these on first if they get a chance to, but if they can't, definitely go a half size up. But overall, guys, the Wave Weight Shadow 6 could potentially win Most Improved Shoe of the Year, being that it is a big improvement in my opinion so far from the Wave Weight Shadow 5 and Shadow 5 V2. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how these are going to perform on court, and if you are too, make sure to stay tuned for my performance review. Hopefully I'll have it out sooner rather than later. But comment down below and let me know what you guys think about these shoes. If you've played in them, great. Share your experience with everyone in the comments down below. We're at that point in the video now. It's time for hashtag Zacharagi, which rocked in for today. I got a beautiful pair right here. So these are the Kobe 8 Protro in the Venice Beach colorway. Beautiful shoe right here, guys, and an amazing performer at that. So that is it for today, guys. I appreciate you all for watching. I'm signing out. Peace.